out, man. We got Thor for Love, Thunder first look breakdown, man. And yeah, man, my boy Emergency Awesome about to break it down for us, man. So, hey, right to it, man. Just drop, man. So hey, man, Marvel Easter eggs, man. So hey, right to it. 9 minutes 54 seconds, and yeah, about to see what's going on with Thor, man. I heard about it, man. Somebody linked the, like, they was shooting or something, like shooting the a scene or something, like they you know, costumes and shit like that, you know, like 3 months ago. And I think now we got some more news, you know, he about to break it down to us. So yeah, so yeah, but right to it, man. Do a like on my channel, man. And yeah, let's get it.
Everyone, this is going to be my new Thor 4 Love and Thunder video. We just got a new first look preview from the set, so we'll break it down. I'll also explain how this is connected to what...
Oh, they did a whole... Oh, this is like, damn, they did a whole set. Oh, this is legit. Oh, this is like play. Not play, you know what I'm talking about.
Video. We just got a new
play.
first
Look what I'm
look
talking
preview
about.
from the set, so we'll break it down.
Nah, this is...
Also
yeah,
explain how this is connected to what's going on with the Loki series, because we're going to get episodes of that pretty soon.
Oh yeah, Loki series coming soon too, though. Loki series coming soon. I think Loki series gonna come when the Captain Marvel thing with Buck and stuff like that gonna come out. I think that's what.
Be sure to subscribe to get all the videos.
I'll
be doing episodes for all the Disney Plus series this year. Obviously, all the movies too. Thankfully, finally getting some movies this year after 2020 with no Marvel movies. But in the new previews that have been posting, you can see that Valkyrie has had the Asgardians build another massive theater stage overlooking the coastline of New Asgard since the events of Avengers Endgame. And even though a lot of people saw this stage going up and correctly guessed what it was being used for in the movie, just a couple days ago, we also got a separate first look at Matt Damon, Luke Hemsworth, and Melissa McCarthy, believe it or not, as fake Hela on the stage filming their scenes. As you probably guessed, they're all there doing another fake play, and this time the play that they're doing is based on the events of Thor Ragnarok. They're just making fun of that movie the same way that
so like I said again, play, like, you know, they just re-scripting it.
Loki's play from Ragnarok was parodying the plot of
that
Thor
movie
the
was
Dark
good
World.
though. Okay.
It seems like the scene from Ragnarok that they're replaying is basically the whole first act of the movie, because Matt Damon's fake Loki gets a couple costume changes. Like, you see him in Loki's black suit from when he and Thor go to find Odin on Earth. Sam Neill is also back playing fake Odin again, and he's dressed in that same leisure suit from Ragnarok. And Luke Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth's real-life brother, is also back wearing Thor's same casual outfit. As funny as these fake plays are, I feel like it's also an extra level of funny that you have someone as famous as Matt Damon, Melissa McCarthy, and Chris Hemsworth's real brother playing fake Thor. Then later you see them filming all the Hela stuff, just replaying the events of Odin's death on the cliff.
I mean, hey, they famous people though, man. Hey,
where they would eventually build New Asgard, and then where Hela shows up because when Odin dies, his enchantment binding Hela in her prison falls, allowing her to escape. If it wasn't clear, that's why Hela shows up in Ragnarok right as Odin dies, because he had an enchantment binding her in her prison. But it's not clear how long this play goes on before they stop. Like during Ragnarok, when they were doing the fake play, they only did part of the story of the movie through Loki's death. So I'm guessing they only get through part of the plot of Ragnarok here before somebody shows up, like Thor shows up and stops them, and they go on to the rest of the plot of the film. And if it wasn't clear too, also a really cool Easter egg for New Asgard. When Odin is dying in Ragnarok here, and he tells Thor, this is a fine place for Asgard, talking about building New Asgard here on this cliff face. This is that same town, Tonsberg, Norway, that was featured in the flashbacks at the very beginning of the first Thor movie, like in the ancient flashbacks in his war with the Frost Giants. Then this same town, Tonsberg, shows up again at the beginning of the Captain America movie, and we find out it's where Odin hid the Tesseract. So this town, this place where they built New Asgard, Tonsberg, was kind of like Odin's favorite place on Earth to go. You also notice in these new scenes, Thor's two goats are here, meaning that he's arrived from some adventure that he's been on. I'm assuming that the play also takes place relatively early in the film. And because it was a Loki pretending to be fake Odin that ordered them to do the play during Ragnarok, you also have to assume that it's Valkyrie, who's now king of Asgard, ordering them to do this play based on the events of Ragnarok. So it'll be funny to see how she changed the story of Ragnarok for the play just to make fun of Thor. Like, you have to imagine Thor showing up on his two ghosts like, hey, I'm back, everybody, and then finding them making fun of him in another separate play. Like, oh, not this again. My earlier guess when they announced that Matt Damon was coming back for Thor 4 was that they'd bring him back as fake Loki, and it would play into the Christian Bale, Gorr the God Butcher storyline, and Gorr would just eventually show up and kill fake Loki, because that's his whole thing, killing all the gods around the universe indiscriminately. And Gorr never knew the real Loki or the real Thor before the events of the movie, so he just as easily mistake the fake versions doing the play as the real versions of Thor and Loki, trying to slaughter them. And the play itself is also relevant to the new version of Thor's hammer. Like, we see the old one getting smashed in this version of the play. We know they're doing the Jane Foster Thor, so everyone has questions about how they'd explain her wielding a version of Thor's hammer, because the last time we saw it, the original one was still in pieces after Ragnarok. But here in this brand new behind-the-scenes video that one of the stuntmen posted, then quickly deleted, hopefully he didn't get fired for posting.
Oh, so hey, see, they be too hyped though, man. They be too hyped, man. They be posting. They be like, oh shit, I'm at the Thor and Love Thunder movie. All right, man, I'm about to post it. Okay, look. Hey, y'all, look. You know what I mean? And then they get, fired. I mean, I hope not, but they get too happy. I mean, I'll be happy too, but shit, you gotta be low key with it. Marvels don't play with that link shit. They get your shit out of here real quick. But I hope he didn't get fired though. But I'm just saying, that's how Marvels do. They don't play with that, man. They don't. They don't play with none of that link shit, nothing. Like, yeah, I'll be happy too. I know y'all will. Let me know in the comments, y'all would. Hey, I would too, but they don't play with that shit. No cap.
You actually see Chris Hemsworth in the middle of a huge stunt scene wielding Mjolnir. So I feel like the easiest assumption to make would be that they just reforge the pieces of the original hammer, or they get another hammer from another universe.
Yeah,
and also because I always see questions about this in the comments on Thor videos. The extra version of Thor's hammer that they had during Avengers Endgame that they stole from the events of Thor the Dark World, Captain America took that hammer back to the events of Dark World when he took the Infinity Stones back. So in the main MCU timeline, in present day, there's no version of Mjolnir unless you reforge one or go get another new one from another universe. I don't know how twisty they're planning on getting with this whole multiverse plot. Like, we're just seeing that culminate on WandaVision right now. Because Thor 4 is already super twisty with the Jane Foster Thor stuff, and then all the Guardians of the Galaxy crossover stuff, and the alternate universe version of Loki from Avengers Endgame showing up. You have to remember that that version of Loki created a new timeline when he stole the Tesseract, so he's fully an alternate version of Loki at this point, completely different from the Loki that died during Avengers Infinity War. So there are a couple of questions that we probably won't find out about until they drop that first trailer. It's probably going to be a while before we see that. We've already seen Thor's new look.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. This pitch, like, somebody linked this pitch out 3 months ago. And that's why everybody was like, oh shit, got a new costume and
the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, Thor's looking like a Thunderstrike costume, basically combined with a classic Thor comic book costume from the Jack Kirby comics. Even the costume designer for the movie was posting on his Instagram hyping this up. Like, I can't wait for everybody to see this. It's gonna be crazy. So basically what's going on here is just a combination of the Eric Masterson Thunderstrike costume with the red vest. It's a little too hard to read the logo on his t-shirt, but I'm sure the logo is also a reference to something from the comics too. The whole thing with Thunderstrike in the comics is that was the name that was given to the Eric Masterson version of Thor when he became his own separate version of the character. Like, he started out as just a regular person, then fully became an alternate version of Thor. He even got his own spin-off comic that lasted for a couple of years. Originally, I think he was a construction worker or an architect. He wound up saving Thor's life, then Odin later merged the real version of Thor's consciousness with him and eventually gave him his own hammer. He wound up joining the Thor Corps, he crossed over with Beta Ray Bill. I know we're all hoping to see a version of Beta Ray Bill show up during Thor 4. Just another big twist upon many other big twists. But he still got Stormbreaker during the movie. I feel like that's not a huge surprise, just because the last time we saw him at the end of Avengers Endgame, he was going off with the Guardians of the Galaxy for just more space adventures, just to find himself. Like, okay, I'm gonna go try and be true to myself. But this is why he looks very much like a construction worker version of Thor. It's just a big 80s Thunderstrike Easter egg. The whole logo for the movie, Thor Love and Thunder, also looks very 80s inspired. Make all the Thor heavy metal jokes you want.
Back in the day.
I also love the upgraded Guardians of the Galaxy costumes too. Like, you look at Star-Lord's costume, he's also got a bit more of a beard too. Like, they're really embellishing here. You notice his gold shoulder pads, this much more intricate design. It almost looks like a costume that's inspired by Ego the Living Planet's costume. The way James Gunn talked about it, he did give some notes and help them with the Guardians parts of Thor 4, but there's not a ton of Guardians stuff in the movie, just because it is mostly a Thor film. And they're going to be shooting Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 later this year after the Suicide Squad movie comes out. The way he talks about it, they haven't changed the plot a ton. Like, he finished writing Guardians 3 a couple years ago before all the big drama went down. So the only real big changes they probably made to the script are just because of the way they changed the order in which the movies are coming out. Because originally, Guardians 3 was supposed to come out last summer.
Yeah, but Guardians 3 supposed to been came out. So now they gotta change a little bit, like he said, but it supposed to be came out. But something happened. So, hey, now they gotta push back to next year or, so I don't know, something like that.
Like, we would have seen it during 2020 already.
Yeah.
And for everyone that's asking about Adam Warlock, for the most part, I don't think we're going to see him show up until Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
What? I forgot what. This supposed to be somebody. Yeah, they showed us this, and after that, saying the end, they'll do post-credit scenes. But after that, we never seen what happened. So, it's going to be big, though, right here, though. But, yeah.
The new version of Loki from Avengers Endgame that we're going to be seeing will be coming from the events of his Loki series. Like, we just found out we're going to be getting those episodes in June. During the events of that, they'll be working for the Time Variance Authority, going around to alternate timelines, trying to take down alternate versions of himself, other versions of Loki that are going completely off the rails. Like, as you can see, all these different events that he goes to, it seems like different versions of the Earth all wind up just going to complete shit. Like, things go terribly in all these alternate realities. So the Time Variance Authority are basically like the time police or the time cops of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So because he has the ability to jump around to alternate timelines using the Time Variance Authority technology, it's pretty easy to assume how he winds up coming back and crossing over with the events of Thor 4. And if you guys didn't see, they've already confirmed that Loki is going to get a Season 2, meaning that Loki will probably survive the events of Thor 4. Like,
they going to get Season 2 for Loki? Damn, so this is gonna be a lot of episodes, man, for Loki, man. Season 2 confirmed. Damn, let me hear that again.
Gonna get a Season 2, meaning that Loki. And if you guys didn't see, they've already confirmed that Loki is gonna get a Season 2, meaning that Loki.
So yeah, Loki gonna be alive for a minute. He gonna be alive forever. Put it that way. He gonna be alive forever, Loki. Loki ain't never gonna die. Put it that way. Loki ain't never gonna die, man. No cap.
He will probably survive the events of Thor 4. Like, after the events of Thor 4, he'll just go on to the events of Loki Season 2, whatever the story of that's going to be. But at some point, he will show up, so everyone just post all your theories in the comments below. And, obviously, really big news, this week, my WandaVision finale.
I want to see that, man. What's going to be? It's going to be Ultron, it's going to be Ultron, it's going to be woo-woo. It's going to be lit, midnight, going to be lit, man. The last show, man. I heard somebody say Season 2 coming, but I don't know. It might just be Season 1, that's it. And then Captain Marvel show coming next, so. But hey, we see, man, we see.
Finale video is going to post Friday just like normal, but I'll do another bonus video tomorrow for that. The way the director and the showrunner are talking about it, they're not going to answer every single question that they brought up. A lot of that stuff's going to be left for Doctor Strange too, but we will have enough clues to solve a couple of the big mysteries. While you wait for everything, click here for my WandaVision.
Yeah, man, that was Thor, man. Thor 4, Love, and Thunder, first look breakdown, and Marvel's Easter eggs, man. So, yeah, man, that was the breakdown, man. Say, if you want some more breakdowns like this, let me know in the comments, y'all, man. But, yeah, I'm out, y'all, man. I'll post each and every day. Hey, if you Marvel's fans out there, man, hey, be excited. There's a lot of movies out there, a lot of shows out there for this shit and next year and years to come. So, hey. Got a lot of stuff out there, man. But yeah, I'm out, y'all, man. And yeah, peace.